What is up? It's your boy Johnny Shreve. I have BB Pro, Mr. Tell Like It Is, man. I'm doing a rant, a little response to Greg's response. Basically, Greg's last video on Dave Plumbo's wrong, and then, you know, irresponsible representation of the controversy, and then Dave Plumbo's very late response. You know, there's nothing worse than knowing somebody, or like that one person that hears about a story way too late, like that you already know of, like the truth about.
Hold on, you have no idea why I'm angry?
And they hear about it way too late and they come back and tell you like they knew what happened and they tell you like everything completely wrong. That's RX Muscle, that's Dave Plumbo. And I'm gonna be like just honest with you guys. I'm gonna respond to this video because I watched Dave Plumbo's, part. I did my due diligence and researched and watched. It sucked because I had to actually go through all the shit that he's talking about before. And I'm just like, it was just like cringe and it was like, man, because it's like, I'm directly involved with the situation, literally. I was talking one-on-one with Jeff, Greg's my best friend, and so I'm like right in the middle and then watch this and I was like, that sucks. And like, here's my thing, what sucks, okay? So I'm gonna kind of go through the first little bit and then I'll tell you how I feel.
When somebody watches this, they're gonna think, wow, that Coach Greg, he's just leaving those comments up for views. He wants to create controversy. He wants to see people calling him the N-word. That is not what I stand for.
Yeah, so like I did a video on Chef Rush, the men's health thing. Place where they did, Greg did. We already did like a couple weeks ago now almost. I think maybe a week ago, whatever. And then the whole thing happened, whatever, we all know about that. And then now Dave's doing a video like a week after. When I would say that we already did our due diligence and kind of like set things straight. And then there comes like the rumor girl in the back that's like, and it's not the right representation of what they actually are. So like me as having a channel that's basically coaching up coaches and just kind of giving my response, it's like, are we watching somebody that is gonna give you, advice that's gonna help optimize your training? Is this person's channel representing, what they say that's gonna give you knowledge to further your progress in your transformation, whatever it is, with health and fitness? Yes or no? So like when it comes to this, it's like, okay, RX Muscle is a channel that basically reports bodybuilding news in the IFBB, mainly. And I remember, getting my pro card and then having a interview on the channel. I was like so stoked. I was like, this is sweet. And then hindsight now I'm like, so here we go.
Posted by RX Muscle. It's called Chef Andre Rush Controversy. So it starts at 27 minutes and I'm gonna respond and clear the air and make sense of what's going on.
So I give you guys exactly what my. Yo, man, turn out, dog. I can give you guys my side of the story because I'm directly in the middle of the damn thing. And I just want to say this right now, guys, and I'm going to actually make a point of this video because I'm not going to sit here and just do a video to keep this going because it's just really annoying. For the longest time, I kept my mouth closed. And a lot of us bodybuilders keep our mouths closed on certain topics, steroids, or maybe people in the industry because it might hurt our placing. So we literally were really diplomatic all the time. But some of that diplomacy leads to misinformation or withholding proper information from people that they should actually know. So for me, being at the point where I am, I don't give a shit. Like, I don't care. There needs to be a level of honesty in this industry more than any other industry on the planet. Hear me out. As a bodybuilder, this is a niche sport. Anybody and everybody can body build, period. I had this crazy conversation a long time ago with my buddy, and this was when I was prepping for the Arnold Amateurs. And long story short, we're just kind of talking about the sport. And I'm kind of learning because I'm always asking questions. And he's like, man, Johnny's like, you know what's crazy? I'm like, what's up? He's like, this sport has no rules. I'm like, oh, it's like, it doesn't matter how you get to the finish line, just get there. And I'm just like, will drop. And think about that hindsight, it's like, yeah, there is no real rules to this sport at all. And when it comes to this as such an approachable industry that touches a lot of people, this has to be the most honest industry there is because it's a dangerous one if the wrong information is spread too much because we're legitimately messing with people's health, So there's some things in there he says that I'm like, man, like, no. For me as a bodybuilder, I don't really care anymore. This sport has steroids in it. Everybody does steroids. There you go. I remember being told, like, you know, don't really talk about your cycle. Don't really say this because, you know, you don't really want to, you know, how the powers that be might be, you know, you don't really want to say the wrong, you don't want to spread it. It's like, we should be talking about everything we're doing so people understand how this thing works. Anyway, so as a channel that promotes themselves as a news or they distribute like bodybuilding news, I feel like it's their due diligence to give out proper news. Like, don't be the fake news of bodybuilding. Like, there's enough fake news as it is. When it comes to like, you know, raw bodybuilding untruths, I think in a sense, Fuad's podcast is phenomenal. Like, the people there being themselves, you get to see who they are. Guys like, you know, like Hunter Labrada and James Hollingshead, there's so many other bodybuilders that actually give you like proper, like, this is who I am as an actual bodybuilder. You know, Nick Strength and Power, you get to see good, you know, reported news. Like, report news, don't distort news. Why be the fake news of the industry? Like, why? And especially on a topic that's one that can be, you know, when you look at this topic as in racism, whatever, I see it as something like, here's an opportunity for us to all learn and try to put a halt to it. The more people we can get educated, the more people we have not, you know, resorting to racial this and that and the other. So I watched how they covered it. I'm like, don't just put this nonsense out and let it continue.
White House chef. Yeah, he's a great guy. Yeah,
Dave Palumbo says he's a great guy. He interviewed on his channel. It almost got 1 million views. But is he really a great guy? And should Dave Palumbo be defending him and essentially throwing Coach Greg under the bus?
Dave Palumbo should be just reporting it properly. Simple as that. And Greg probably says it a billion times. But those of you who have not watched the video, I want to go over some things that Greg touched on.
Andre is a huge freaking man. He probably eats a lot of food, you know, and he can say whatever he wants.
So Dave's talking and referring to, you know, him saying that he eats 6,000 to 10,000 calories. He can say whatever he wants. There's a couple times where I'm gonna bring it up again. Like,
no, when I get mad at people who I work with who complain like, you know, I'm tired and I said, listen, I'm never late and I work 50 hours a day. It's not to be taken literal.
So they're making examples basically of Chef Rush said this, you know, he was obviously exaggerating. Like, you know, you should probably know that, you know, but he can say whatever he wants. And that's where we have the problem in this industry. Is that for so long, everyone can just say what they want. You know, he weighs 300 pounds. No, he doesn't weigh 300 pounds. Yeah, he weighs 300 pounds, but, you know, he was also, you know, just did cardio, drank a gallon of water, was wearing his freaking, you know, Jordan's sweatpants, sweatshirt. Oh, yeah, he weighs 300 pounds at the end of the night. So how much does he really weigh? It's those things that happen all the time. Like, what's he really taking? Oh, he doesn't take that much because, you know, these bodybuilders, it means, you know, because he's so genetically gifted, they don't gotta take much. Are you kidding me? It's stupid lies like that spread a wildfire of misinformation. Because he's big enough, he could say what he wants, anyone will believe him. And that's the problem we have in the industry, is that anybody that's big can say what they want and people will actually believe him. And Dave Palumbo's a guy sitting here on a platform that has reach, that can be a platform to give you guys, like, listen, I only have, my channel is growing. And I thank you guys for my channel growing because you guys are watching and you guys are trusting me. And I'm like, man, you know, when I have 200-something thousand, I'm gonna be the same. I'm gonna do the same thing. It's that my reach is now greater. I have a greater reach to spread proper information. My reach isn't for me to take advantage of impressionable people. My reach is to educate impressionable people. So it's up to me and it's my obligation as a channel to research proper information so when I regurgitate anything or when I spread anything, it's not bullshit. It's literally going to help you. So when I look at my channel, look at things to do and what to cover, I think first, how can I use this as a topic to help other people? And here's my analogy so you guys understand how this works. If I have an opinion about something that I want people to hear, no one's gonna listen to me. So one day, let's just say one day there's a huge conference and there's about 50,000 people that are gonna be at this conference. It's a huge conference, whatever. Let's just say Tony Robbins is having a massive conference here, 50,000 people, and I got an opinion about something. And I go to his conference and I sit outside and I say, hey guys, here's my opinion on X. The people going in, some might stop and listen, and I might get a couple people to listen to what I say and maybe, follow what I'm doing or whatever it is. But the majority of people are gonna be inside the freaking building, inside the 50,000 people that are watching Tony Robbins. If I go inside that building, and during that, he says, anyone have any whatever questions, and I put my hand up and I say my opinion, everybody in that building will hear what I say.
You, sir, come out here.
Some who are on the fence about whatever the topic is might lean towards what I say, and I have more people there, I have more attention, I have more reach. That's why I do what I do when it comes to my channel. That's why my thumbnails are picked the same way, the way they are. That's why my titles are picked the way they are. It's to suck you in, to get you to listen to what I'm trying to say to you, to give proper information. Because until I get a following of 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, I have to do this until I get people to actually listen to what I have to say, because what I have to say is honest, tell it like it is, vulnerable truth. Like, honestly, when it comes down to it, hindsight, I used to be so excited to get on Dave Palumbo's channel. And I think what he does is good in a way. But when I look at it, it's like, why can't we promote more honesty? It's like, my take on this is like, how do you know who to trust? Like, honestly, when you're sitting out there and you're looking, and I have consults all the time, consultations. And the biggest thing is like, I was looking for this. I was searching for this information on how to do this. That's everybody's response I hear when I have a consultation. It says, yo, Johnny, man, I was looking through this and I found your channel. But they were searching they're searching on how can I do this? But the search engine doesn't filter through who you can trust to give you proper information. I'm not saying that it's Dave Palumbo's job to, talk about Greg or whatever it is. Dave Palumbo's job is to do the proper research and to report the proper news on whatever topic it is. And if you're not doing that, literally, you're just gossiping. Like, hey guys, let's get around in the corner and let's talk about this gossip today. What are you talking about? Johnny, what are you doing? You're talking about Dave Palumbo. What do you mean? What do you mean? I wouldn't say that, man. It's bodybuilding. There goes. I don't give a shit. I don't care. Guys, my job is to physically, in the world of this physical world where I'm standing right now when I go to a gym or go to a client's place and train them, is to help somebody get to their goals. It's to help somebody get better. That's my job there. When it comes to this, it's the same thing. I just have a greater reach. And that's what a channel's for. So when it comes to looking for a channel on what to listen to or what to follow, try and get a channel that has more consistency. Because honestly, this whole topic, being in the middle of it, it sucks to see my bodybuilding community cover it the way they just did. Anyway, guys, that's my rant. I just had to put out there. That's it, man. That's all I had to say, man. Anyway, guys, if you like the video, if you like my channel, if you like what I put out, man, like, subscribe, and share this. Get the news out, man. People need to hear stuff that people don't need to hear ear candy. People need to have proper, intelligent, optimal information that's gonna help your life. Anyway, for coaching, guys, johnnyshoe.com. If you wanna know what my coaching is all about, man, you can book a phone consult, 50 minutes or 30 minutes. After that, if you decide to go with coaching, I deduct the phone consult off of any package that you pick, guys. Anyway, guys, follow me on Instagram at _JohnnyShoe_. Check out my gym at Impact Fitness 56. Anyway, guys, like always, you know what it is. Iron sharpens iron, progressive overload your life. In the meantime, keep dream chasing. Peace.
Last name ever, first name greatest, 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 greatest.